Welcome all to the botching ball. I am EvilSqueegee, that is Sarah P, that's me, Dreadnought, Hero Biscuit, and Zangmac. Today is the first episode of Everdeep. This is an episode of One Shot Wednesdays brought to you by yours truly. I looked at all the other Dungeons & Dragons DMs on the channel and went, everybody else runs these one-shots in their game world, and their game world is consistent from one-shot to one-shot even if the party's on. I don't have that, and I didn't want to use Hellmouth, so I'm using Everdeep, alright? Now, as we get started here, I want to point out there are a couple of ways. There are four. I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways you can show your support. Number one, alright, you can shout beat if the role-playing is good, the jokes are funny, or the description is good, or whatever, alright? Anything, alright? The players in Everdeep, alright, each have a beat feat, which is a power they can only access if they spend a beat, alright? So that's how you're going to shout beat. Because of this, the players are not allowed to call beats. You guys aren't allowed. It is from the audience only. I will let you know when you earn one. Alright? Everybody starts with one beat. Everybody starts with one free beat. Alright? But if you find yourself thinking, good show, jolly good show. Good show. Yes. Cheers. Alright? If that's what you find yourself thinking, then just shout beat in all caps in the chat. Alright? And I'm gonna move this over here so I can actually see it when I'm looking at the camera. And then, alright, another way that you can show your support is you can retweet. So you can shout beat, or you can retweet. Retweet. Shout beat. Alright, I like how everybody's response was just all at once. Alright, if we hit 30 retweets, we will have a giveaway. And as a matter of fact, because I think the mods are actually doing the thing this time, I can pow. I don't think they're doing the thing this time. The retweet count is now on stream. When we hit 30 retweets, you guys will get a giveaway. Oh. Alright, and then, in addition to that, if you are one of those crazy people who enjoys throwing your money into the deep, dark abyss that is my career, you can donate. And if you are donating to the live show, we will give you the ability to control the dice. This is the 5th edition game, so it's going to be just like Hellmouth. You can buy crits, botches. If you want to, you can even steer the story with hindrances and resistances. And there will be opportunities to be grabbing them destiny dice, destiny tokens, and so forth. Alright? All of normal rules apply. If you're uncertain, then if you look underneath the stream or underneath the YouTube video, you will find a link to the unnatural dice rules. Finally, last but not least, you could subscribe. It is you, dear loyal subscribers, that inflict this show upon the world. And if you desire to continue your evil torture of everything that is Twitch and Dungeons and Dragons, if you wish to continue to inflict us upon the name of everything that is dice and story, then you are doing the right thing. Good work. Now, with that said, let's get right into this. Everdeep! Everdeep is my fantasy, my fantasy world here, my D&D. My D's and my D's, my Dungeons and my Dragons, even though I don't really think it's more like Dungeons and Demons, I think. What?
He's mad at me for
I'm disappointed in Sarah's, hey,
I am too.
full-on Scrubvolution. I throw in 999, and she, who has over 14,000 suds, does 66.
Get wrecked, bro.
I want to keep it over the last 1,000.
So,
how am I going to be a winner if I give away all my suds?
Sarah P, you're always a winner in my games.
Aw, thank you, Squeegee. Let's wreck Zangmac together, shall we?
How romantic!
I'm bowing out of this orgy.
Alright, so, we have Everdeep. Everdeep is going to be my persistent world between one-shots here, alright? However, unlike most D&D worlds, I'm not making a world map. I'm not building a continent with cities and towns. Because that's not Everdeep. Everdeep is a tiny little village, so named after the manor, that is just up on the hill. Everdeep Manor is creepy, magical, evil, cursed, haunted, such that Only a madman would settle here. Which makes you worry a little bit of the farmers that have come in, enticed by offers from the Arcane Order and the Church, both of which seek for control over the archaeological dig that is Everdeep Manor. Why is Everdeep Manor an archaeological dig? Well, legend has it that thousands of years ago, giants ruled the earth. Back in the days where elves existed, if you believe that. Back with their ancient technologies and their high magics. Giants enslaved all of the sentient races you and I now collectively understand as, I'm just gonna borrow the term meta-humanity for now because fuck it. Alright? The races of goblins, orcs, dwarves, humans, tieflings, Aasimar. The races of man were once enslaved against their will by giants, denied any free will, denied any power, never allowed magic, never allowed to commune with the gods. Of which there are several, one for each race, plus one who really just fucking hates everybody. Legend has it that one who hates everybody used to have a twin who loved everybody. Until that twin was murdered by an evil wizard. The first of human wizards. Magic corrupts, and absolute magic corrupts absolutely. As was the case with the wizard that freed the races of man from the grip of the giants. He slew the good twin god, and used the power in that ritual to overcome the giants, freeing all of men, but forever turning the greatest of gods against them, and as such, reality is less than hospitable. The world of Everdeep is one where the races struggle against ever-increasing demonic incursions, curses. You close your doors at night, you don't go outside. Very Ravenloft in that sense.
Oh, money
Kajutsu
shot.
generated $2.50 says, and add an assist to Sarah at some point.
That gift, by the way, is amazing.
What is the first gift of the day?
Oh, money shot.
It is amazing.
I'm clicking and I'm finding out what's happening. What the and that was a second donation that says, I heard it twice. I didn't catch the second donation because it didn't go through the chat because it wasn't using a legit Twitch name. Did anybody catch that?
A mystery.
There was a mystery donation. Not cool, guys.
I did not see it, no.
No, I haven't seen it. Will it pop up on the stream though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Imagine if the second one was you.
Mystic.
Who gets what? Mystic. Alright, so, the game takes place in the little village of Everdeep, centered around Everdeep Manor. The catch is that what we lack in, like, defined cultures and continents, we make up for in an incredibly in-depth dungeon. Namely, Everdeep Manor. Both the Arcane Order and the Church and the occasional, layman will hire mercenaries to solve their problems, which generally and inevitably lead to mercenaries going into Everdeep Manor. Among the mercenaries of the world, only the ballsiest or the least sane will go in. Nobody's certain if it's bravery or stupidity that drives you guys to get in here, but something does. Now, each of you has a character. Each of that character likes a particular thing and has a particular madness. I've written up all your biographies. Why don't we start? Why don't we? I'm gonna save. Let's start with Hero Biscuit. Hero Biscuit. Why don't you introduce us to your character? Who is he? What does he do? Race, class, level, bio, likes madness. The works.
Oh, you want the madness too? Alright.
Yeah.
I will be playing Father Greeley, a human cleric of Palo, Lord of Light. I come from a long, grim family line of desperate people who all seem to be cursed to die long before their time. I am the eldest remaining member of my family, and I believe that turning to Palor may help me survive in the long run. Probably. I enjoy food, fine smoke, and indulging in the finer things in life. Though I suffer from a terrible madness. My hand, my poor hand, seems to have a mind of its own and enjoys the finer things in life, often without my knowledge.
Lewd!
I should have known that was exactly where that joke was going to go the moment I writ that madness. You have evil hand syndrome! That means that on occasion, I'm going to play your hand, even if you don't. You are also free to play your hand. By the way, here, Biscuit, your mic is
fucking cool.
Isn't it? It's one of my favorites. Your mic is ever so slightly hot, Hero. And by ever so slightly, I mean very.
Oh, this again. Alright, let's see if I can track it down.
I know we solved this for Thursdays ages ago. While he's looking into that, Zangmak.
Yes.
Why don't you introduce us to your character?
Yeah, why don't you?
Okay, so my character. You want me to introduce my character? Okay, so my character is a dwarven rogue. He is called Frankie Brewbeard. Even you want me to say the opening thing?
Yeah, right. The whole thing.
Frankie Brewbeard will never let a soul know his true name is Francis. His family owns and runs a small brewing operation, the Brewbeard Brewery. Wow, that's a mouthful. That is, holy shit.
The Brewbeard Brewery. Wow,
famed throughout the world for its fancy and beardy brews. Francis absolutely loves brewing and everything about it. He idolizes his father, the world's best brewer, currently. There is only one downside. Frankie is actually terrible at brewing. He doesn't, and likely will never realize this. Probably on account of alcohol intoxicating me, him, you, everyone. What he is good at, though, is security, which is precisely the job he works back home, when he can find home. You see, he hasn't been able to find home for some time. Home seems to have vanished. It's supposed to be on the other side of the Darkwood. But it's not there anymore.
What are your likes and your madness?
He likes brewing, drinking, and collecting alcohol. And his madness, I don't have to say what my madness is. Because
yes, you do. You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry, do you have the required equipment to tell me what to do? No.
Sarah.
Yeah, what is it?
Would you tell him to share the madness with the stream, please?
Zaymak, the time has come for you to share the madness.
His madness is that he can't say no to any woman.
God, yes.
This is funny because Zangmak, ever since last night, right, when I put these characters together, right, and I put the character concept together, and I was assigning who's gonna play who, right, that whole time Zangmak has been denying Sarah information about these characters. She's been asking, she's been like, no, I won't tell you. She's been giving her shit for like 12 hours now, and
I'm not gonna tell you. You have to work out what it is during the thing. And I'm like, no, Squeegee's gonna make you tell me. And he's like, no, he isn't. And I'm like, yes, he is, and he did.
All right, so Sarah, why don't you introduce us to Delilah?
Hold on. I'm enjoying this moment.
Oh, she's.
Thank you. Okay.
GIF incoming.
All right, so Delilah is the human paladin. I've always had a problem with glory seeking and adrenaline addiction. When I was young, my mother was high priestess of the little town of Everdeep, but she was eventually possessed by the archfiend Ganix, a demon that crawled its way out of Everdeep Manor shortly after its discovery. Using Mom's body as a vessel, it retreated back into the manor, and since that day, Delilah has loved a little smite on the side, as they call it, a little too much. I'm good with the sword, though. The big fuck-off sword that you guys see. It's bigger than, like, it's bigger than Snidely, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Like throwing around a razor-sharp tree trunk makes me a bit of a local legend. I mean, I don't like to brag. Just kidding, I do. But the drunks in the local tavern can't seem to stop singing about me, and I kind of like it that way. So, things that I enjoy include bards. And everything they stand for. Don't really care about evil or good. I just hate the manor and all of its general fuckery. And my madness is that I am dangerously overconfident. Dangerously so. Like extra dangerous. Like super dangerous.
When she's playing this character, Delilah is not allowed to register that anything is actually dangerous. I'm
like sanctioned lawful stupid. Guess what there, Frankie? You're going in with me.
Speaking of lawful stupid, Dreadnire, I don't think you've read your bio. You haven't seen your bio yet, have you?
I literally just saw my bio like 5 minutes before
stream
went live.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Snidely? Introduce us to Snidely, the Goblin Warlock.
Of all the things that Snidely wants in life, he can't have the one he wants most. It turns out, Snidely's family didn't love him. He was abandoned as an infant. Picked up out of the gutter by an orcish wizard, Snidely was raised around magic. Of course, Snidely was always too curious for his own damn good. Snidely wound up summoning a demon, which among other lesser problems gave him a lot of magical talents that he immediately set himself to wasting. Primarily in pursuit of the addiction which he fills the whole of his loneliness. Shinies.
So what are your likes and madness as a warlock, Snidely?
Snidely likes shinies. And his madness is that he actually always believes it's someone else's fault.
Now, with character introductions set up and running, all right, we are going to move ourselves over onto the map in question.
Okay, can I just point something out before we get started?
Quick, good job.
What?
As funny as Mystic botching me from the get-go was, you actually have 2 botches lined up from the Dark Lord.
On
one-shots.
I do?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Praise the Dark Lord.
No.
Alright. So, let's start this up. Our adventure today begins with you guys waking up. You don't know how you got here. You vaguely recognize one another, perhaps. You are bound by wrist and ankle, each standing on a corner of a platform, in a room that is far, far too large for any human to have built. Every little scraping noise of your feet dragging against the stone or your... That's not metal, is that ectoplasm that your shackles are made out of, chafing against your wrists with their icy cold death touch? As consciousness dawns on you, your eyes adjust to the dim, flickered lighting of the chamber you find yourself in. In the center of all 4 of you, there is a massive altar standing easily 20 feet wide, circular with giantish runes in its center. More concerningly than the fact that you are all chained around an altar is the fact that there's a dead body there. A priest, who also strikes you as vaguely familiar, is dead. In the center of the ritual, collapsed, his throat slit, his blood pooling beneath his body, and the murder weapon in his own hand. As your eyes adjust, you can see the telltale signs of a possession ending, as the soft, blue-white ghostly mist dissipates, rising up off the body like so much steam. You struggled for just a bit against your ectoplasmic shackles. Doesn't look like they'll be easy to escape. What do you do?
Frankie, what have you done this time?
It wasn't me, a wee green shite. You don't see he stabbed his own neck.
I'm talking about these shackles here.
Oh, well, these weren't mine. Come on now.
I am unimpressed with my situation.
That's real helpful. The priest is unimpressed.
Comes
Is
the little voice. Seems to be coming from across the way. Is that... Oh. There's some kind of impish little demon shackled up next to Snidely.
friend of yours?
I would use that term very loosely.
Loose.
I smite my chains.
All right, so Delilah, you want to like just fucking Hulk out
I'm
and
just gonna like.
all right, go ahead and roll me athletics.
I believe I will have advantage on this roll. Thank you, Pukajitsu.
Oh wait, okay, so I have to give you some sort of advantage here. Okay, so because that's more than than just advantage. It's advantage dice. So of the group that are shackled, Delilah, right? You see Greeley, who has like 2 or 3 sets of shackles. Perhaps whatever it is that bound you, that you don't remember, was particularly afraid of the cleric.
Or just knows what he's into.
Frankie, bound as normal. Snidely, bound as normal. Even Little Whiplash bound as normal. But you seem to have had the forethought to have flexed out every muscle you had to make the bindings as large as you can. And in the meanwhile, there seems to be some sort of there's already a faltering in the shackles that bind you. Whether you've tried this before, or whatever it is that bound you screwed up, you don't know. But go ahead and roll me athletics with advantage.
Athletics with advantage. Well then.
Well, don't forget to turn on your 3D dice in your options, because it's a new campaign file.
Sure.
Take 2 necrotic damage, Delilah.
That hurts!
You struggle and try and break free. Maybe it's just that you gave whatever your captor was a little too much attitude, and it decided to leave you a cute little trap. Because as you try and take advantage of the crack that runs through your shackles, it releases this dark magic that singes your skin and shoots up your arm.
Motherfucker.
Any other ideas, boys and girls?
Are we actually shackled to posts, or is it just like behind? We've got
you're shackled to like ritual engraved posts. Yeah.
How tall are they?
They look like they could probably they're about as tall as 15-20 feet. You'd think this was an episode of Alice in Wonderland, the way everything here is just massively oversized.
Can't one of you magic the shit out of this?
I was gonna say, let me try something here. Yes, yes. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast my chains.
I can already tell it's going to be a great group. I smite them! I Eldritch Blast them! How tall are the pillars? I Eldritch Blast! Like... Alright, Dred. So, what does Snidely's Eldritch Blast look like?
So his Eldritch Blast is a imagine like it's a thick swirling of green, of a luminescent green and black smoke. Kind of, it's like a liquid form of smoke, the way it flows through the air. With the black and green kind of entwining.
So you kind of like put your palms together, rubbing your 3 fingers on either hand, making sigils and channeling the power of the demon that has forever looked after you since that fateful day that you read the scroll. It was actually, I'm not certain how you read the damn thing. You didn't know how to read yet. Anyways, so go ahead and roll me an Eldritch Blast. So, Snidely, your Eldritch Blast has an additional push effect attached to it, right? Now, on a natural 1, which is the best way to start any adventure, on a natural 1, you will manage to get your magic built up, right? And Whiplash sitting there,
Yeah, boss, yeah! Yeah! Yeah, you get him. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1... Go! Stop! Go! Stop!
right? With all of his wonderful assistance, your concentration will not be so hot. You will get the spell off, right? But in the process of Eldritch Blast, you ever had that moment where, like, you go to take a drink of something, but you tip the glass too far, and instead of being like, yes, you're like, and it's everywhere, right? That's basically what happens here. And not only will you Eldritch Blast the chains, breaking them, but you also Eldritch Blast the pillar behind you, and it, and everything else will tumble down 30 feet to the floor below at the bottom of this staircase, taking, on the way down, 9 damage.
Oh, damn. What a start.
We're gonna have like a TPK before we get out of these fucking handcuffs.
However, on the bright side, you're free of them shackles.
Why'd you? Ow!
That was your fault.
I didn't do anything!
God damn it. Why even keep you around?
I'll look over and see him free and be like, "Oh, good, you're fine. Get up here and unbind the rest of us, will you?"
I'm not too sure I want to do that.
I think he likes you tied up.
Not kidding. You want any hope of making it out of here? You're gonna need us.
What are you,
While this is going on,
Yep.
Frankie's plan, because he's changed behind him, right? So he's going to use the cuffs as like leverage to walk backwards up the pole to slip the cuffs over the top of the pole.
All right,
Right,
Frankie, why don't you...
and then on the way down,
Yeah.
he's going to try and like tumble and bring the cuffs underneath so they're in front of him. Like,
Right.
you know, it's time to take matters into his own hands.
To go up is going to be an athletics check.
Which I botch, thanks to Mystic.
You're going to get stuck at the top. See, the thing is, these shackles, they're not made of metal, right? You'd be fine this whole time, right? Like, you've done this before. Don't ask. Up. Except for the shackles seem to take on a life and mind of their own, and as you reach the top of the pillar, they will wrap around and, like, they will grip. And they will animate. The chain will extend, grow, and start looping, and, like, now you're kind of... stuck. 30 feet up.
So this is around my wrists. It's not around my legs, right?
Correct.
So can I like go backwards through so that at least this is like in front of me kind of
Yes,
thing?
yeah,
Like,
you
so
can-
I'm not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're still hanging there, but now you're hanging there hugging this pillar, right?
Now I can see them. So are they like conventional handcuff type things? Like they've got a lock on them, or are they just like literally chains
They got a
around
lock.
your wrist? Okay, so now I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
All right, go ahead and roll that. And what is Greeley doing?
Greeley says, "Oh, never mind. Isn't." Greeley was gonna try and summon some pure paler might to send his Radiance of the Dawn to all his pals around him to see if the might and purity of Palor can melt the chains from everyone.
Is that your channel divinity?
Yes.
All right. Do you get that once per long or short rest?
Oh, I assume
Sure.
long. Oh, is it short?
No, it's once per rest.
Okay. So go ahead and hit that. Because I have no idea what the rules are.
It's not actually. It's written down in the sheet. It's not like a clickable.
Oh,
thing.
okay. What does it do?
It does 2d10 plus my level points of damage on a failed Constitution saving throw to every foe within 30 feet. Essentially, I'm trying to,
Yep. All right. I'm not gonna bother making you roll damage. All right.
So as I inhale deeply and, channel Palor. Palor, I need you in this time of trouble. Bring upon your radiance, let it flow and free us from our bonds. Eyes are all glowy white and,
Whilst
Your gain is still a little high there. So Snidely, this what have you been doing this whole time?
he starts channeling Palor, and having a little back and forth with, it's like, how much is it worth to you to get out of those chains, my dear?
Oh, have you come up here to talk to Delilah?
How much is it worth to you to not have all your fingers broke?
Hey, you're the one in the chains.
Doesn't have to be like that for long.
Whiplash will as he's like climbing up the
Can
edge.
you get your flying rat away from me?
He says,
Hey, lady. I'm helping you get bloodshed, alright? Shut up.
and then he turns to Snidely and says,
We should leave her chained up. That'll definitely make her really happy, and she will be super nice to you. I wholeheartedly endorse this course of action.
But maybe she's got shinies.
No, doesn't have any. None. Don't believe it. She's lying.
Do you have shinies, my dear?
I am shiny, my dear.
Ooh.
No, she's not.
I start poking her.
Let me out.
She's tricking you. She's a
Let
trick.
me out.
She's a
You can
trick.
see just how shiny I am.
It's a trap.
Hmm. And I'm gonna walk away.
So at this point, Frankie, you're starting to pick the locks, right? You're gonna pick the lock just in time because Greeley conjures up the power of Palor, may his light shine upon us all, and in a burst of radiant magical light, the ectoplasmic shackles will all just dissolve to his divine power. If you had not been ready for it, you would have dropped 30, potentially even 60 feet. And that's nasty. So Whiplash will flutter up, and he will settle on Delilah's wings, on Delilah's shoulder. He says,
Hey,
What do you want?
that's a really big sword.
Yeah, it's a really big sword.
You want to stick it in some bad guys?
Usually.
Sweet. I found one.
and he points at Snidely.
Hey, you little shit.
Maybe I'll stick the sword in him later, but for now I need him, so you're gonna have to wait.
Damn it. You people don't know what fun is.
You're not getting free of me that easy, Whiplash.
I'll get you, Snidely. I'll get you.
And he'll flutter over and he'll land on Snidely's shoulder.
I'll walk by snidely and bop him on the head.
On the word of fun, my hand withdraws a gambling set and begins rolling dice.
Now the time.
You guys are having a hard time seeing because of how dark it is. There are these, these barely illuminating torches. You guys have on your sheet, all right? I did away with like your thieves pack or your scholars pack. Instead, I'm borrowing the Dungeon World rules, and you have 3 uses of adventuring gear each. All right? If you want to use a torch, it will take one of your adventuring gear uses. If you do so, I will give you a light radius.
If light is what is needed, then Pelor shall provide. Ping! I pull out a torch, and instead of actually lighting a torch, I ping a light cantrip on it.
All right. That's going to be me actually being on the right map as the DM. And finding the place on the map where you are. And adding light tokens. Is anybody else doing this?
No, I'm examining the body.
All right. The body is... There you go, Greeley. The body is human, wearing garb that you recognize from the local little temple of the Templar in Everdeep. The town of Everdeep has been beset by imps, gremlins, minor evils ever since its inception, which isn't surprising to you, because anything that exists on the same plane as the manor will at some point in its life be touched by evil. So, like, these are not... The people who live and work at that temple have a hard time, A, finding recruits, and B, replacing recruits when they die. So those who have been around, not easy to kill. And this is one of those types. Grizzled, weathered skin, wrinkled forehead. Though lifeless and empty now, those eyes were the kinds of eyes that would have pierced through your soul. Now, they just seem... grayed over, wet.
Anything useful on him?
He has a scroll on his person, not a magical scroll. It's in a scroll case. Each of you find yourself wearing a small badge around your neck that bears the symbol of the Templar.
Well, take that off.
The, inside the map case, you'll pull out, and you will find a sketch of a painting. And the number 350 scratched underneath it in ink.
What's painting of?
It's a painting of a woman.
I rip off the bottom half that has 350, and I keep that. And I hand the painting to Frankie. Here.
Frankie,
I don't want that.
you'd be shivering down
Yeah.
the
Oh,
power.
no, I was going to say, I'm staying at the top of the pole for now.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Just, like, getting a view on things. What would I want that for?
Oh, I think you know.
I'm not sure what all right, yeah.
So I reach up, but he's probably way too far up there to reach. So I fold it into a paper airplane.
I'll climb down.
All right. As everybody is starting to gather themselves, Greeley will be calling upon Pelor and casting light upon his torch. And
Sorry, I meant to say I was going to get a torch out, light it, and hand it to Whiplash. Here, hold that. Do something useful for once.
Your mother's useful for once.
I can shift my light cantrip over to his torch. It's fine.
Do I recognize this painting at all?
So if Whiplash is holding a torch, boop.
Do you recognize the painting? It rings like you're staring at it, and much like a lot of what's going on right now, you get the idea that it's important to why you are here, but you don't know why. Now as you are looking at it and trying to figure things out, these doors are easily 10 feet wide each. Massive wooden doors slowly just kind of creak and swing open of their own accord, releasing this soft blue ectoplasmic smoke from beneath the cracks that would have been there had they been closed.
I draw my sword.
I'm gonna
Whiplash, stop fucking around.
I didn't do it.
Would I be able to recognize this mist for what it is?
Yeah, it's the power of the undead.
I'm gonna slip down the stairs and then stealth.
All right, what are you doing to stealth?
Like, high, because this platform is like what 30 feet high.
Yeah, it's 30 feet high.
Yeah, so in the sort of the shadowy areas down like the side, I'm gonna literally just like hug the walls as I move around this room. So I'll literally come down and then like hide like in the shadows, and make my way around that way.
All right. So you're kind of like slipping behind the super tall giant-sized suits of armor that line the walls, right? Okay. Go ahead and roll me with disadvantage because there are torches along those walls.
Okay.
As you as you're slipping away, what are the others doing?
I'm gonna get the torch off of Whiplash. Give me that. Right, go invisible. Go scout that room. Useless piece of shit.
All right. So many changes on the light sources I wasn't expecting.
Sorry, that's the last time I'm gonna change
God damn it, Sam! Why do you do this to me?
I realized that, yeah, I can use him as a scout, so him being lit up like a fucking Christmas tree is not a good idea.
All right. So that'll mean you have the light radius. All right. And you've got him to scout with. So as you are as he starts to scout ahead, or I'm going to ask you to wait right there, okay? Because as he starts to flutter towards those doors, you can hear this echoing, clanging, like chains and scraping of fingernails on stone. And at first, you're not certain if it is a shriek of rage or pain or both. But it sounds distant, echoing off of the gods know how many forgotten walls in this horrible place. Whatever it is that brought you into the manor has to be important. But you're getting the idea that you might have made a bad decision to begin with. But before we move into the next chamber here, I'm going to call top of the hour, because it's 11 o'clock. Alright, welcome back to twitch.tv/EvilSqueegee. I'm EvilSqueegee. As we're going on here, know that there are several ways that you can influence the show. One is shouting beat. That is how you show your applause. Each of these characters has a power they can spend their beats to activate. In addition to that, you can shout beat. You can influence the dice. You buy crots and bitches. Crits and botches, targeting your favorite or least favorite players, including the GM. The party here consists of Hero Biscuit playing Greeley, the human cleric of Palor, Delilah, the human paladin of not giving a fuck, Frankie, the dwarven rogue of not being able to brew a damn thing, and Snidely, the goblin warlock, Infernal Pact. The party found themselves waking up in the first level of Everdeep Manor, the endless dungeon upon which this fantasy world is based. And I believe we had just gotten to the point you had freed yourselves from your shackles. Still don't know why you're here, but you found a picture a sketch, a drawing of a painting with the number 350 written underneath it on the body of your dead companion.
The doors have opened. How convenient.
The doors have opened. How convenient. It's
I
almost
walk
like
right through.
it's almost like there was a clock tick that said, "Hey guys, it's time to move on to the next scene." Now Whiplash was going to scout ahead, so you can go ahead and take that away, Snidely, since you have control over Whiplash here. And as Whiplash is fluttering his stupid little wings, they have to work overtime to keep his little body hovering in the air. He says,
I found some books and some paper. This is boring. And I think... Ugh. Damn, that bitch is ugly. I found a painting, and there's like this sticky white stuff all over the... Oh no, all over the... Fucking Snyder, you are disgusting!
It's like you can hear him shouting back through the hallway.
I was going to say, is he literally shouting
Yeah,
this?
he's
back
shouting
to us?
this back at the group.
He is invisible, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay then, yeah.
So he's fine.
At least he's invisible. Yeah.
Delilah, giver of no fucks.
Yeah.
Since these doors have opened, we'll walk right through and say, "Come on, Frank."
I'm not really sure, like, I'm not sure I want to be just going in there just yet. It looks a
Come
wee bit...
on.
It's boring and empty. Why do you always make me do the stupid bitch work, Snidely? You ought to do this. Go scout that. Go rub on that dude's butt. What's wrong with you?
I summoned you, therefore you are my bitch. That is how it works.
Your bitch is troublesome.
Somebody fucking ad quote both of those things.
Come on it.
Oh my god, that was amazing. All right, so as you guys step into the next chamber, again, remember these are bookshelves sized for giants. The tomes and books that are scattered all over the floor, most of which have rotted over the millennia based on neglect. Some of these things seem to have withstood the touch of time a little better than the rest. The quote-unquote white sticky stuff that is that Whiplash was screaming was all over the place turns out to be cobwebs. Massive, giant-sized cobwebs. That is a donation from Pyromancy. $10 says, give EvilSqueegee a crotch and Sarah a bitch. What am I supposed to do with an extra crotch? And I also don't know actually what you want there. Was that who gets the budget?
Right, I know.
I don't know what's happening suddenly. So among the many things, as you can see off in the corner here, is a very large painting. Its frame already snapped, blood splattered across it. It is a painting of a woman that looks vaguely like your sketch. The object of your search, perhaps?
Where is this?
It's off in the corner. You might not be able to see it.
Oh, over there.
It's,
Wow.
buried in the giant cobwebs.
I'm continuing to sneak around my room here. My room, this room.
This is my room!
My room now.
My room.
I've entered
I
it
made
and
this
claimed
map,
it.
motherfuckers! It's my room now!
I swipe the cobwebs.
That is actually one of the things that I have prepared for. Because these webs, these are thick, massive, cord-like strands of silk. Sticky, sticky silk. Just being able to move through these cobwebs is going to require some strength checks. However, because Delilah has the world's largest sword, right? I will let you make an attack roll for every 15 feet you wish to traverse. And if you succeed, I'm gonna call it like a DC 10 attack roll. You won't have to make any strength checks to go through the cobwebs.
All right. Well, I'm going to get as close as I can to the painting then, which I think is there.
Yep.
And then I will slash through the cobwebs.
A failed attack roll will result in your weapon getting stuck and you having to be creative to get it out.
Okay.
So let her rip.
Roll it. Well, I believe I bitch.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Did they specify?
Pyro did not specify yet. He said, "You did the word scramble, Squeegee. I just ran with it."
I'm gonna go with the first. I'm gonna go with the first half of the word. Then I guess
I would agree.
So,
Yeah,
so
that's what I've assumed on the sheet. So yeah.
all right. So she's botching here thanks to pyromancy, right?
I will raise this great sword high above my head and bring it slam down into the cobwebs, and it will stay there while my hands.
As you bring the sword down, right? There will be like a book will literally launch itself off the shelf, as if propelled by poltergeist. And it will slam into you, and you will stumble forward, and your sword will lose all of its momentum other than gravity. And as it turns out, gravity in and of itself will not be enough, and your sword will wind up getting stuck, and you're gonna spend a while peeling this motherfucker out. While she's doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
It seems you are trapped. How droll.
You want to give me a hand here?
I'm gonna be sifting through all of these piles of books, all of the shelves. There's got to be something shiny in here. Come on.
Give me a search roll.
So you want
That's perception. Sorry. Yeah.
perception? Okay.
$20. All right. You will find 2 scrolls that clearly have magical things written on them in the language of giants, long lost to man.
Could I roll Arcana to try and decipher them?
You may. If you botch, I swear to God, I'm gonna have the most fun I've ever had.
I kind of hope that I do, but
Roll it!
oh, close.
Close. All right. It's gonna take you a while, but you will get there. All right. So you're gonna have to bury your nose in these scrolls, which are, of course, giant-sized scrolls, mind you. Right. Greeley, are you doing anything to help Delilah?
The painting, does it appear in all ways and shape just a generic oil type canvas painting in a frame?
Yeah, the frame is made of some kind of wood that no longer exists. The tree has gone extinct. The canvas, probably the hide of some beast long lost to time. The painting, a faded and wrinkled picture of a very, very old woman.
Okay. I see there's is there actually a torch to the south of Delilah, and is it lit?
Yes, and yes.
Can I remove it from its sconce and use it to kind of glance along her blade?
Yes, you can. So Greeley will pull the sword. He'll have to reach up and tippy toes. And God, giants are so tall. Fuck. He'll rip the torch off its sconce, right? And of course, as he does so, it starts to flicker and lose its energy. So quickly, you will kind of like take the torch, and before the flame dies out, you will free the blade.
Ah, thank you.
You are most welcome.
Between the torch and even the failed swing of the sword, though, you will have a clear path to the painting.
Well, let's have a look, shall we?
Yes.
No, carry on, dude. Sorry, I thought that was the end of that bit. You carry on.
So we'll go look at the painting more closely.
You ever seen one of those paintings where the eyes seem to follow you? Yeah, it's one of those. Probably, as far as like the town of Everdeep subsists mostly on A, mercenaries needing supplies, and B, there's a gypsy caravan that comes through every now and then that'll trade for all kinds of baubles and weirdness, and they've got stuff from all over the globe, and they seem to be very fond of a lot of the weird shinies, trinkets, and oddities that can be found even just on the outskirts of the front lawn of the manor. This might fetch a really pretty penny with them.
This would look good in my own manor at home.
You want it?
I do. Very much so.
I pick it up and look at the back.
You pick it up and you look at the back, and the GM is like, "Oh no! There's a note! A thing! I know! I was prepared! Where's the window? Oh god!" On the back of the painting, it simply says in really old school fancy script, "To my dearest Ava." I would like a history roll from everybody who is near the painting, namely Greeley and Delilah. While you guys are inspecting the painting, what is Frankie doing?
But see, Frankie he's over here with Snedley. Is it Snedley? Snidely.
It's Snidely and
My
Whiplash.
apologies. So, seeing that he's found something on like the lower shelves, these things are like quite high, right? Like 10, 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's going to climb up and look at the top shelves, which is usually where the good shit is kept.
All right, give me a perception check with disadvantage, because you also got to keep your balance, and these are very old, rickety, like weak. You're trying to find the places that'll keep up your weight, etc. And on a 17, you will find a potion, a vial covered in dust, and God knows what else this powder here is. A thick layer of it up top, undisturbed for centuries. The vial itself will have a like a bubbling, like carbonated cherry red flavored liquid inside of it, like blood. Rich, vibrant. It sheds a very soft, like the like it when you have a bottle of red liquid, right? But then you put a light behind it, that kind of vibrance. But there's no light behind it. The liquid itself just has that light. And you uncork it and give it a whiff, and it smells like almonds.
So I'm gonna look over and what'd you make of this? It's a bit nutty.
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Check.
So give me another Arcana check.
Are you
Snidely?
still like hanging from the? Are you just like hanging
I'm
from
on the top,
shelf,
yeah.
being like?
He's on top.
Hey, dude.
Apparently, that's where Frankie belongs. Is on top of tall things. He's a cat, or a Batman, or a Catman.
You want me to roll Arcana
Francis.
to see if I know what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, give me a Arcana check. That is a potion of healing.
Yeah, I don't really use these things myself, but that is a potion of healing, my friend.
Right then, I'll keep a hold of that.
Greeley
They
and,
come in handy.
Greeley and Delilah. Ava. I know that name. Where do I know that name from? Son of a bitch. Your memories just must not be working right now. You can't remember why you're here. I mean, it has something to do with this painting, 350, the church badges, but Ava, fuck, just not coming to you.
Think there's something in the books about this?
Hmm.
Not that I really want to waste the time and effort going through the hundreds of millions of giant-ass books on the floor, but you know.
'Tis safer than what lies outdoors.
We need to get back outdoors. I'd rather find something I can stick my sword in than sit around reading books.
'Tis a small imp round the corner.
I'll smite him later.
I heard that!
I don't care.
I know!
I intended you to.
It's kinda hot. Not gonna lie.
What, me chasing you with a sword? Okay.
Booch as fuck!
Fucking Whiplash has no fucks to give.
Nope. Alright, well, if you want the painting, there it is. I'm gonna
Alright.
try to find a way out.
So I'll walk over and grab the painting, and as I do so, I find I already have a dagger in hand, and it starts to try to just
take inspiration. So the cleric walks up, right? And then his hand draws a dagger, and he's looking at his hand like, oh, fuck! Like, and his hand, like, he's going to attack and slash up the painting. Does anybody do anything to stop him?
Well, I've just turned around to try to find a place to get out of here. So his
I can't
hand
see it
would
happening
be
yet.
would be
I'm nose
going
deep in
right past me.
Yeah, he's walking.
yeah.
He's.
I'll grab his wrist. The fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Please make it stop.
I will take hold of the wrist and take the dagger out of the hand with
All
the
right,
other hand.
I'm not gonna make you roll. You can disarm the hand, and the hand will like it'll grab at you, like using the whole arm, and it flips you off and then goes limp.
Does this happen often?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Keep the hand away from me. And I'll hand the dagger back.
To the same hand? What are you doing?
Yeah, because I have no concept of that being dangerous.
Thank you for. There you go. That's inspiration for the both of you. Delilah, who has no concept or understanding of danger, and Greeley, who has evil hand syndrome in his left hand. I will also give you inspiration while we're at it, Snidely, for your immediate search for shinies, and Frankie. I don't think yours is come. Well, I mean, not blatantly yet. It hasn't been super relevant yet, so I'll hold off on it. But so you'll be able to collect the painting, right? And though you aren't certain why, you do handle this painting with a particular reverence. It just... That's what you're supposed to do.
The oil work is most striking.
After a moment, Whiplash will shout out,
I found one of those things that you assholes use to close the rooms, the doors. I found a door.
Perfect.
Fucking humans, man, your weird ass buildings and shit. What's wrong with caves? Magma. Anyone else hearing that? What is that? It's coming from the other side of this door.
What is wrong with caves? That's what I want to know.
They ate chips.
So I'm gonna climb down from the bookshelf and make my way around to where everyone else is.
grabs the...
What the fuck are you doing?
Like he's shoulder checking the door, right? Then grabbing the metal ring and like of a door handle, like his little wings are like working overtime, and like he's covered in sweat.
Oh my God! I fucking hate doors.
You are a disgrace.
You are. Shut up.
Frankie, Delilah, Snidely, Greeley, what are you doing?
I eldritch blast
what-
the door.
For fuck's sake.
I knew this was gonna be one of those parties. All right, so roll me an Eldritch Blast. Yeah, why not? That'll be roll me the damage. Does it do enough damage to break a wooden door? Let's find out. Yes, yes, it will. So what does your very successful Eldritch Blast look like?
You want something done? Do it your fucking self. And then, so I'm gonna just curl my three. So I've got a thumb and 2 fingers, right?
Yep.
Yep. So I'm just gonna curl these, and I'm just gonna keep twisting and twisting, and just curling, conjuring all this magic. As this thick green and black smoke just builds up in front of me, and then just launch it forward, exploding the door.
Hot. And the GM will quickly open the damn door. So shards of wood splinter out into getting caught immediately in the cobwebs that lie beyond.
More of that shit.
The hallway that you're staring into seems much more dry, stale. You don't sense any airflow here.
Fire worked pretty well before, so I will light a torch and light the cobwebs on fire.
All right, go ahead and knock down your adventuring gear uses by one.
Sure.
To a date, I think Snidely is still the only one with a torch, right? He's the one that's actually spent.
but
spent use
his
the torch.
torch is a light spell. It's not actually lit.
Right. So he hasn't even used his. Okay.
Yeah.
So you will. You will be able to burn the majority of the cobwebs in this little chamber away. Who's the first one through the door?
Whiplash.
The bravest of us all.
Whiplash will flutter in, right? And what you guys don't see that because Whiplash is distinctly going to flutter in, look this way, and flutter over this way. Go over here, be like,
I found another door! Assholes! Making me do all the work.
You want something done? Do it your fucking self. And I'm gonna stroll through, looking the direction that he's just flown back from.
mm-hmm.
So the direction he's found the door. And I'm just gonna start slowly conjuring again another giant eldritch blast to blast this other door open as I walk into the room.
All right. So as you walk into the room, you're getting ready to Eldritch Blast, and that's when you will see it.
Holy, what the fuck?
What you are seeing is a massive, giant-sized ghost of a woman wearing, like, the equivalent of like a lab coat and a dust mask, right? And she's got surgical tools in either hand. Her spectral visage is loosely translucent, flickering like a bad hologram, right? And as you turn around to see her, like, she shrieks an undead banshee's wail of fear, of horror, of rage, right? And despite it not being in your language, from beyond the veil you loosely get this wet, gargling translation of
You're not supposed to be running free, little lab rats!
and then she immediately melts through the wall, leaving this set of stairs down. The stairs are broken, and there's a huge pile of rubble, like a cave-in, at the bottom.
So as I've started there, I've whipped out my arcane focus, which is a very, very shiny fork with sinister runes graved on it, and I'm holding it out like a cross.
Do me a favor. Since you are somebody who has laid eyes on Dr. Ava, I'd like you to roll me a charisma save, DC 13 versus madness. Congratulations, you rolled a 13. You're fine for now. We almost had a destiny token shoved right up your ass there, boyo. Alright, so, your holy symbol of the engraved fork seems to have done the trick. She ran in fear from you, Snidely.
Upon hearing the screech, I'm gonna go barreling into that room.
Alright.
What the hell was that? Oh. Stairs.
Hell ain't got nothing to do with it, sister. Do I went around being like, what the Everdeep was that, you damn racist?
A fine fork you have there, sir. Is it mealtime already?
You're welcome to try and eat with this if you want.
Yeah! Yeah! You're welcome if you want!
Okay, that's enough.
You don't know anymore, Snidely. You used to have fun.
As like the whiplash starts just like complaining at the goblin. Delilah, I take it you're just gonna like walk open and open.
I'm gonna walk up to the door, but I'm also gonna say, Frankie, I need your help. Would you go down the stairs and check and see what's down there while I get this door open?
Mom, no, no. No, no. Right, fine.
Take inspiration. Greeley, if you don't have it already, I'll toss inspiration to you.
Yeah, we got it. We had it from earlier. It's all good.
Oh, okay. If you have inspiration, you can give yourself a green dot on your token, like you've seen Delilah and Frankie now have. That's a visual reminder that you can decide to spend inspiration to gain advantage on any check. I prefer that the check that you spend it on be somehow related to or tangentially connected to your personality traits, but I'm not going to sweat it. So Frankie, give me an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever you prefer. All right. So you will manage to slowly slide against the wall, right? This was once a staircase that might have led to some sort of basement, but at the base of the stairwell there is a massive pile-in, and you can see a poor dwarven corpse that's been crushed in the middle of all these rocks. And you're gonna guess you could try and dishevel one of them, maybe get down through there, but you would probably risk an avalanche, and knowing this fucking place, whatever is held behind it as well.
I want to investigate the corpse for, as our friend would put it, shinies.
There's a nice bracelet. Doesn't seem to be nice to the extent that you would expect an enchanted item to have, but it's it's a silver bracelet.
It's my silver bracelet.
All right, Frankie.
I'm gonna take a hand back as well.
The whole hand?
Yeah, literally just a hand.
Did you pull out one of your axes and just chop the dude's hand off?
Yep.
All right. So Frankie emerges with a bloody rigor mortis.
Oh wait, it's not a skeleton corpse. It's
no,
like the body.
It's a corpse. The body.
Oh, okay, then no.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just saw it was a long dead dwarven skeleton, and no, fine.
No, fleshy.
What'd you find out?
There's some kind of basement or something that was down there, but there seems to be an avalanche, a cave-in, and not much else of note down there. There's a body, but that's about it.
How old's the body?
Interested?
Recent enough. It's still fleshy.
Did it have one of those the Templar badge things?
No.
No, that I could see. No. I've hidden my badge in my clothing, by the way.
Yep.
I'm straight taking mine off and cast it aside. All right. Well, we want to go up, not down, I think. So, door. And I'll turn and open the door.
All right, and I will be ready for it this time. I know what I'm doing.
So what I was gonna do was gonna be did you want a hand with that door? And just give me that, but not if it's fleshy, because that's just gross.
All right, Delilah. The door will take a hefty and it will slide open, as if it's not just that the door is heavy, it's as if the door doesn't want to be opened and it is fighting you. However, you've never lost an argument, especially not to a brick wall, let alone a wooden one. So, it will open.
Excellent.
The shadows
Must be wrong with the hinges.
in
Walk in.
the shadows in the hallway up ahead are thick, dark, enticing.
I believe I have a torch.
Did you light yourself a torch?
I did do the cobwebs, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let me give you that.
Did the fire not die out after you like?
No, she lit herself an actual torch. The one that
sorry.
died out was the one that he pulled off the wall. Because I totally envisioned people pulling torches off the wall.
Scrub a dub.
Thank you for the follow. All right, so the hallway just up ahead seems to like the tile set has changed here, right? Like whereas you were walking through the blood red and dark gray squares of the library in the ritual room. Now there's just lifeless. It's not that these tiles weren't red or aren't red. It's that they probably once were, but something seems to have drained the color and life from them. You're not walking into and seeing differently colored tiles. Everything here seems to be monochrome.
Including Greeley as he walks through the door?
Yes.
It seems they skimped on the renovations budget in this area.
Dude, you're gray.
Well, I am a man of some 40 years, I would understand.
No. I mean, look at your clothes. Look at me.
Oh dear.
I don't know a magic like this. Question:
Sure.
Did the is this a flat entrance into this room?
Yes,
or
yeah.
was
It's relatively flat enough.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was a step up.
Mm-hmm.
There was one step up.
Yes.
We're going in the right direction, though. Press on.
Pressing on. And as I press on, I'll unsheath yon great hammer from yon back.
Mm-hmm. All right. Frankie, Whiplash, Snidely. I'm Whiplash. Shut up. Are you guys just following?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move through it with Whiplash just bickering. He's gonna be sat on my shoulder, just bickering in my ear. He's like, "Yeah, you used to be fun." Constantly whittering on, just ignoring him and just walking forward.
Yep. All right. So Greeley, as you advance, light's a cantrip, right? You can cast on yourself.
It is.
Would you like to do so?
If I do, then Whiplash's torch will go out, because I can only maintain one at a time. But yes, I will do so.
All right. Because I am never again doing this. I swear to God, you people are...
Keep like if it goes out, I'll just light the torch and use up an invention supply. So don't take the light off of.
All right. So Greeley, you'll light yourself up, and as you approach, you will find yourself again more cobwebs. More cobwebs, but this time there is color to be seen swirling in a magical blue and pink smoke in the air.
Ah, we've discovered the color. Praise the sun.
There's no sun to praise down here. This is looking sinister. I like it.
Like you'd know sinister if it slapped you in the dick.
I smite the color.
All right. Give me an attack roll, Delilah. Sarah's just happy she gets to play a character's first response to everything she doesn't understand as a sword.
Right.
So you'll let Big Betsy rip, and you'll cut yourself up to the corner here on the cobwebs. The smoke, however, remains.
We can't deal with this.
Are you guys moving forward? If so, how? Are you doing anything to be wary of the smoke? I mean, other than Delilah, who is likely just not doing anything and just marching on forward, because why would she not?
I did cut through the cobwebs, right?
Yes.
Well, hell yeah, that I'm going through that path.
All right, so Delilah, two things. One, I would like you to make me a Constitution save. Two, after you're done making me that Constitution save, I will then allow you to notice that there is a bone white ivory chest in the corner of this hallway. Guarded, naturally, by more cobwebs.
To do a save for this sheet, I just click on Constitution.
There should be a list of saves like that you're proficient in or not.
Oh yeah, save
Yeah, and you want to click there on the word Constitution. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Big bucks.
So you just walk on through the gas and just there's the chest.
Gas? You said smoke.
Smoke, gas.
Well, can't just walk up opening chest before I can't go anywhere without poking the smoke. I'm certainly not going to go anywhere without poking the chest. So I smite it.
All right. So as you go ahead and roll me that attack roll. And with a
Sarah
20...
P, are you just not looking at your sheet?
Oh shit! Wait, why? I thought I already used that.
That was correct.
Yeah, I already used that. I just forgot to take it off.
Then fine.
What did you already use?
The bots from Pyro.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, two things are gonna happen. One, Delilah, you will bring Betsy down on top of this bone chest like a sledgehammer on top of thin ice. It will shatter. And in it, spilling everywhere, are coins and from cultures long past, many of them golden, silver, very shiny, very expensive, very valuable. However, also, as you make a sudden and loud noise crashing this chest, from the ceiling...
Oh my god!
Oh, I gotta move this fucking shit out of the way. From the ceiling will descend two massive, giant-sized spiders.
So, as the chest breaks apart, I'll be like, hey, Snidely, Shiny, what the fuck?
Now, this is going to count as a surprise round for the beasties, unless Hero Biscuit would like to spend a beat for his beat feat.
Oh, did I earn a beat?
You start with
We
one
started
free.
with one.
Oh, then yes. As I'm holding down my talk, my zoom keeps going in and out of my thing, and it keeps getting smaller, and I can't see it.
Oh.
But yes, spending my beat, I will have a divine flash of inspiration, which will alert everyone to the sudden appearance. Like, where are the spiders?
Right, so there you are. You smash, right? What the fuck? As you turn around, because Greeley's shouting will give you the edge, you guys will be the ones who go first on our initiative count, not the monsters. All right, so we're gonna try and speed this up. We have about 15 minutes for this fight, guys. Let's go. All right, let's do this. So, Delilah, what are you doing?
I hit the spider.
With a fucking big ass sword. Let's say it.
Hell
Let her rip.
I do.
Will
Why
that
not?
hit? That will. God damn it! Why can't I see? There we go. Oh yeah, that'll hit. Roll me damage.
It's gonna be this one, by the way.
All right.
Damage. Wait. Sorry, help me with the sheet.
It clicks.
You click it in the chat box.
Oh,
Click in the
Big
chat. It
Betsy,
says
okay.
Big Betsy sword. Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So you're gonna do 8 damage. Would you like to turn this into a smite?
I would.
All right. What level spell are you gonna blow?
First.
First level spell. All right. Roll me
I
2d8.
think I was yeah, first.
2d8 extra damage.
She only has first level spells at this point.
Yeah, okay, so you're gonna do another 8. Alright, so, the spiders will drop, but you're already swinging. That spider will actually fall onto Big Betsy. Big Betsy's the tip of the blade scrapes against the stone tiles of the floor, letting a shower of sparks loose. And that scrape, and you will bring Betsy up into the motherfucker, and as you do, the entire sword will light up with some hybridization of lightning and fire and a golden light as your righteous fury melts through giant, thick, hairy tarantula legs, right? Just splitting them and sending their green ichory blood all over the floor. It's not down yet, but it does let loose a chittering cry of agony. Who goes next?
So my Eldritch Blast has a knockback effect, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna channel an Eldritch Blast, fire it at this
The one closest or furthest for you? Closest?
one closest,
Yep.
and as I launch it, I'm like, Delilah, heads up!
Alright, let her rip, Snidely!
So, aiming for you to turn your sword in time to stab or, yeah, grapple it or do whatever you want to do.
Alright, so you want to push it... Damn, alright, so that's gonna be 4 damage. And you get the knockback. I'll let the knockback, like, slam it into the spider, provoking an attack of opportunity from the paladin, because I'm generous today. So,
I
Delilah,
was going to say, if you targeted the other one, it would have done that, yeah.
what do you do?
Smite it!
Smite the shit out of a bitch! And whiff. Alright, next up is, who goes next? Greeley? Frankie?
I'll just get my, like, on the watch out for the spiders.
Yep.
Frankie's going to pull his crossbow out.
Yep.
And which one of the 2 spiders is the least damaged?
The one closest to you.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot at that one, and I'm going to use my inspiration.
Alright, roll me attack with advantage. You can do it, Zangmak, I believe in you. That'll be a hit!
So
Are you within 30 feet?
there's that.
You are not within 30 feet. However, you can move before doing so if you would like.
Do you have to be within 30 feet for sneak attack?
Yep.
Then I'll be there.
Alright. And you've been kind of like sticking to the shadows this whole time, right?
Well, she's within 5 feet, so I don't need to worry about that.
All right, so you're up against the wall. You hear this. You hear the cry. You unsling your crossbow and you line up the shot as the spider falls, and then it gets blasted into its buddy, right? So then both scrolling and lets loose like the sword is like singing through the air like with a whistle, but it barely whiffs, chopping some of the hair straight off the back of the giant spider. And that's when you let loose your shot. Spider's already fucking like caught up in the middle of everything, and you're gonna do a total of 10 damage.
Yeah, that
Alright.
was underwhelming.
And next up is that leaves Greeley, I think, is the only one, and Whiplash can also go as well. So what do you want to do, Greeley?
Okay, I was waiting for Whiplash, but okay.
Oh, do you want to go last?
Yeah. I
Alright.
think. Well, if Frankie went before me, does Whiplash share his turn?
No, Whiplash has its own turn. The house we're
Okay.
using, you notice that we didn't roll initiative. I use this on Hellmouth as well. The way that it works is that I handle initiative like within faction chunks. Bad guys party, back and forth, and you guys are allowed to determine within your own initiative faction what turn order you have. You can't split your actions up, so once you take your turn, you have to take your turn, and if you don't, it's done. And then any begin or end of turn stuff I control at the beginning or end of your faction's turn, respectively, as I see best fit. So you guys are basically deciding what your initiative rolls are going to be. So, what does Whiplash do?
Hey, buddy, you wanna taste some spider?
Fuck no! But I guess I gotta! Son of a
Too
bitch!
fucking late!
God damn it, motherfucker!
Go ahead and roll it.
Fucking, you wanna put spider in your mouth, you asshole! I can't fucking believe this shit! Do you see what I put up with? God damn it!
All right, and that'll do 5 damage.
This is disgusting!
And I'm just gonna go ahead and say the spiders probably immune to poison because they're fucking spiders.
Fair enough.
And that'll be Greeley's turn.
Alright. Greeley summons forth some divine energy, and with the greatness of Palor, he summons forth some scorching rays to fly into the spider that Delilah hurt, if I can. Or if I can't, then the one beside her.
How many scorching rays do you get? Just one?
You get
3.
3. All
So
right.
you can split them.
You can split them up between targets. You can, and I'll let you roll these up on each individual one. So you want to hit the one that's closest to? That's the most wounded one.
Yes, that.
All right. So let her rip. Hit. Damage.
Okay, so the damage, if you click on in the chat where it says Scorching Ray, underneath the attack rolls, it actually will give you the damage amount.
Where now? I'm sorry.
Take your mouse in the chat box. Mouse over the word scorching ray at the bottom of your roll. See how it turns red? Click it. That's how you roll for damage. It is dead.
All right, and moving to the next one then, I guess, for 2 more arrays.
Yep.
There's a 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
I clicked the wrong one, but yeah.
That's fine. It's not actually a connected box, so you can just click it again for damage.
And everything just disappeared.
All right. So I got your Scorching Ray. That will hit for... Wow, you just killed them both. Well,
7 minutes. Good job.
the cleric told everybody to fuck off, I guess.
That would have been nice to know for all these cobwebs.
I know, right? So Delilah, you chop one almost in half as it comes falling down on you. You take another swing because the goblin steps forward and lets loose another blast of forceful green energy, right? Even while he's bickering and yelling. And the stupid little imp, for all of its obnoxious banter, does do as it's told and flutters like it's a little too fat for its wings as it's like zipping through the hallway, right? And it bitches about how it doesn't want to taste a spider. Do you want a spider? And Yama, and it starts tearing at this thing like a feral little creature would, just tearing the flesh off the spider with its fangs. And then there's a crossbow bolt that whistles right past your head. And then finally, there is a blast of fiery magic, the power of Palor, unleashed from the cleric's hands as he starts praying, and just there's fucking nothing left. There's a splatter. These 2 fucking spiders just got hit by lasers everywhere. Cauterized the scent of dead, burning, ancient spidery flesh is a little gag-worthy.
Palor's bite is not for cobwebs.
Is there green slime on my face?
There is, in fact, green slime all up on your grill.
Okay. Snidely! Shinies! I'll keep going down the hallway.
Pity for the chest. It would have looked good on my man as a footstool.
All right. So Delilah, give me another save as you walk through the second bout of colored gas. You are good. All right. Now, Frankie is moving through. I realize it doesn't show on the map right here, but because I had to move it because of tokens. But the gas.
I thought it was at the south side, though. Oh, is it up there as well?
It's supposed to cover the whole hallway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So did you like cover your face or like do something in the gas, or were you too focused on the combat?
I was moving what I thought was past it, so yeah, I want to cover up as best I can.
All right, so give me a con save with advantage because you actually took an action to like help filter your breath. Snidely, what are you doing? You're good. With a 15.
I was gonna call after. I'm gonna notice that Delilah just strolled through it.
Yeah.
No bother. Which is like, yeah, must be fine then.
All right, give me a con save, no advantage. I don't know why that's not a token layer, but you're nat 20. Pfft, you're fine. Greeley, everybody has just like walked through this gas and been completely okay.
I look up and say, Palor, this is when you screw me, isn't it?
That family curse about to catch up with you now, isn't it?
And as I cover my mouth, my hand says, nope.
All right, give me no advantage on your con save. Let's see what happens. Nat 20. All right, so that's for the first bout of gas. Now for the second. All right, Sammy, and can I get Greeley and Frankie as well?
Ah, there it is.
I actually wanted to. Yeah, that's nasty. I actually wanted to check in the coins and see if there was anything interesting in the chest, or was it just?
It's just coins. About 350 GP.
Well, I could spend my. Though I think I might want to spend my inspiration on that.
You have to call
I'll gather up
inspiration
as much as I can
before you roll.
Oh yeah, right. That's right too. Never mind.
Yeah. So between you and Snidely, you'll collect the money. So who hasn't rolled?
And I'm going to cover
yet?
up me. I'm going to cover up again.
Advantage on your save. And you are good. Okay, so Snidely and Greeley, as you breathe in the color, that's been sapped from everything else. You're getting an overdose of vibrance, of life, of sensation. You're gonna have disadvantage on all of your physical actions because, like, you're feeling twice as much. Everything will be twice as cold, twice as rough. Your skin is gonna be twice as sensitive because the color there is the vibrance. It is the existentiality. It is the nature of existence, the vibrance of it all, the being. And now you've got not just the being of yourself, but the being of everything that has ever been in this room, kind of trapped in your body.
Who's the other person that got infected?
Snidely.
Snidely, I understand your pain.
Don't touch me!
Don't bring in my direction, it stings!
Does it look like I want to be flapping my little flippy wings right now?
I can't hear you, you're flapping too loudly!
Your mic is really hot,
It's
Hero.
really bad.
Really hot.
Like 20%.
Do you have
It would be the
microphone boost
gain.
on?
No, it would be the gain as opposed to anything else.
If you're running Windows, see if Windows is using a microphone boost, because I know you're not using a microphone that has like a gain knob on it, are you? Yeah, okay. So Delilah, as you I'm gonna say that the scorching ray was enough, to like blast through the rest of the cobwebs. Greeley and Snidely are both like, right? And Whiplash and Snidely break out into yet another bickering over something. Snidely doesn't want Whiplash on his shoulders anymore, and so finally, Whiplash will like settle over on Frankie dejectedly.
He's an asshole.
You're not wrong there. He is a perfect deck.
He's an asshole. Shut up.
And that will lead you to the end of the hallway with yet another door. And that door, you're actually starting to see the airflow underneath it. And where there is airflow, there is a path to the outdoors.
Yes.
But to find out what's on the other side of this door, you're going to have to keep sticking around because it is 12 o'clock, top of the hour. Oh, I am so on top of these timings, baby! Alright, that's the BRB thing. That's not supposed to be there. Bam! I'm EvilSqueegee, this is EvilSqueegee. If you're probably still watching, if you've made it this far through the adventure, you're still watching on youtube.com/EvilSqueegee. That is CRP, that's me playing Delilah, the human paladin of not giving a fuck. Dread and I are playing the Goblin Warlock of liking the shinies. Hero Biscuit playing Father Greeley, the cleric that comes from a family cursed to die before its time, with evil hand syndrome, and Zangmak playing Frankie, the dwarven rogue, who can't say no to any woman. Now, Delilah, this door will open up much like the last one did. As you leave the corpses of the giant spiders behind you, you push the literal giant-sized, heavy wooden doors. And again, this one doesn't want to let you out. This building wants to keep you here forever. Fuck that. With a grunt of strength, you will shove the door open, and the blood-stained tiles, again with the red and the black, torch lit. And this right up here, you can see about 10 feet in it, drops.
Ooh.
What do you do?
After you, Frank.
Get fucked, Zangmak. She making you rock point.
You find yourself in a familiar-looking room. This is actually where you started. I mean, other than the goopy, thick puddle of blood you're standing in. That wasn't there before.
So as I walk forward here, these clothes are so my skin, and I'm gonna
I told
slip
you you
up.
should have gone with the silky stuff, but no, you had to take the funky.
Quieter, please.
I told you I had to go with the but you didn't want to spend that money. That was too many coins.
Whiplash will flutter in, trying his damnedest to... Because you won't let him land on your shoulder because you are oversensitive to everything around you.
And I'm gonna slip in this blood here.
Oh no! Fud! Straight on your ass.
because I'm going to feel the squat. I'm like, ew, what's that? Oh, God!
Alright, Greeley? Frankie?
On your feet, Goblin. Gently now. I reach down and kind of haul him forward.
You two are like the overly hungover couple, like the morning after. Everything is bad, light is bad, noise is bad.
By the gods, it tingles.
So you guys will manage to get yourselves up and running. This is in fact exactly where you started. Right down to the body of the dead. Actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to move that out of the way, didn't I? Yeah, it looks like I forgot to move that because, he's not there anymore.
So I see the room, and I'll go, motherfucker! And I'll start kicking the suit of armor. Kick.
This is a 30-foot drop.
Wait, oh.
I leap!
I will kick the suit of armor!
That is a 30-foot drop!
I can't see those.
The shadow.
There's like a shadow line.
Yeah, it's because there's no light.
It's very subtle, Zangmac. Good job. I still can't see it. That's okay, though.
Can you see the one that's next to the stairs up?
What?
There's a
No,
shadow.
not
There's a shadow
really.
here along this line, right? There's also a shadow here. Keep in mind that tokens have their own individual vision, and she doesn't have full-on light. So
Human, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
In any case, there's got to be something around here to kick.
The stairs, the door.
I again direct you to the imp.
Yeah, I was just going to point at the goblin.
the whiplash is like,
No! No, 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 no! 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 No!
I kicked the stairs.
I found a door!
Found a door.
I found a door that was hidden behind Zangmac's shitty light blocking!
Zangmac dares block the might of Halo.
And
I'm
Misty
gonna-
kicking the stairs, hearing whiplash. I will go over to the edge, drop down and catch myself on the ledge, and then drop down the rest of the way.
alright, give me an athletics check.
I will use my inspiration.
Alright, that'll give you advantage on this. Woo! You will, you know what? Oh, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. Superhero pose! Yes!
Nice.
And I will also let you catch one other person your way down because that was a natural 20. So who else, who does Delilah catch?
I'm gonna Misty step down.
Alright.
I'm wearing half plate. Good luck.
So Greeley is like, down she goes. And you'll, like, try to do the same thing, but slip on the blood. Ah! And she will catch you. And on your way down, you are certain that this is it. Your time is up. The curse has caught up to you, and Paylor has not saved you. It turns out, Paylor doesn't save you, but Delilah does. She will catch you, set you down on your feet.
As she catches me in the arms, I look over to her and say, "Hey there, Delilah."
The finer things in
Oh,
life.
you didn't.
The finer things in life. Go ahead and take your inspiration. If you spent it already. So Frankie, I assume you are very, very sneaking your sneaky way through
exactly.
sneakiness. Yes, okay. And Snidely, you're gonna teleport down with Misty Step, correct? Alright.
Yep.
So these doors are double doors. These are big doors. These ones you're probably gonna need a little bit more than just Delilah's hulking anger to open. What do you do?
Is there a keyhole?
You know what? There is. It's about the size of your fist.
Is it imp-sized?
Don't you dare say it! No! No! No!
I think your wee pal could fit through this hole here.
No, 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 no!
Have you seen his gut? Look at the size of his fat little shit. He ain't fitting through no fucking.
Yeah, I'm way too fat. Hey, hold on. What? Hey! I can fit! Don't you call me fat! And yeah, watch this! Watch this, you fucking green little shit, you short midget asshole! I'm gonna shove my fat gut right up your asshole! You fucking.
This amuses Paylor. Let me guide you with this guidance cantrip.
You just wrecked Sam.
I have always wanted to play an imp familiar. Always wanted to play an imp familiar. Technically, it's a closet, but that's not the point. Ever since I played a warlock in World of Warcraft, I have wanted to do this. All right, so he gets a +1 on his roll. Give me an intelligence check out of the closet, Dreadnire, to kind of like figure out the mechanics of. Hey, not bad. All right, so the familiar. Fucking Whiplash, man. All right, so Whiplash will eventually.
I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna just like conjure a little with like Eldritch Blast. You need a little help getting through there, bud?
Right.
I sure hope that lock wasn't made of cold iron.
And the GM will forget what layer he's on, and there we go. Yeah. Nope. Don't move the wall. Just move the door. All right. So the doors will eventually kind of fall open of their own accord after a large, like, ratcheting, clanking, and a scratching sound, and Whiplash will fall unceremoniously to the stone floor that was once blocked by the giant wooden portals.
Ass! Oh, God! God, I need more fat! I need more cushioning. Oh, God. Told you I could
That
fit.
is your cushioning. God.
I've been sitting on your shoulder, but now you're too fucking sissy.
And Whiplash will start, like, waddling into the room.
I would like to take a running start and just boot Whiplash all the way to the other side of the room if I can.
All right. Go ahead. Give me an attack roll? Question mark?
I know, lethal.
Get in there, boop. Is that a D20 plus, I don't know. What?
D20 plus strength. You aren't
Yeah.
proficient with an armed combat, I don't think. So.
I think everybody's proficient with armed combat, aren't they?
Is it?
Question mark?
All right, then.
Simple,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then give me a give me a 1d20 plus strength plus 2. That's what, 2 higher than that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you get an 8. All right.
So I'm just gonna, like, no, not trying to hurt him, but just a big swift nudge with the toe. Woof.
So. Greeley will walk up. Through the air goes the fat little imp sailing.
Hey! I'm stuck! Help!
And you can hear the struggle.
I'm stuck on the white sticky wall! I'm gonna get you for that one, you stupid fucking lapdog! I'm gonna shove my dick sulfur up your goddamn eye socket! You're not gonna have a dance anymore! I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you!
Starts echoing through the hallway.
It's a good one. I like it.
I light the cobwebs on fire.
I prepare burning hands.
And okay, so Delilah, you're gonna
No.
burn. I'm gonna say at this point, I'm gonna cost you the. This time, I'll actually cost you the severe adventuring gear.
Oh, please,
Burn through the,
use mine. I have yet to use mine yet. You may use one of my torches,
All right, so-
Delilah.
So I'm gonna, okay, so yeah, so we'll take it off. We'll take it off Greeley's sheet. All right, so Delilah, you'll kind of like Greeley will hand you a torch, you kind of light it off yours, and kind of stick it in there and wiggle it around and shove it in there and pull it out, and wiggle it around and stick it deeper in. No, but so the
Just the tip, though.
just the tip. That's the hot part, right? Like so. And after a
And on that
smoldering,
note, scrub a dub.
thank you for the follow.
Scrub.
And on that smoldering display, no, you'll burn away the cobwebs.
Does the imp fall to the floor?
Oh, he's not in here. He's
Oh.
that
He's
bitching.
gone.
Yeah, he's fucking all the way across the room.
Not super strong, but okay.
Well, You wanted to punt him across to the other side of the room. You just didn't know
That's
how
true.
far away that was when you said that.
He's only little as well.
Yeah, he's
95 feet away.
he's 95 feet
Oh my
away.
god.
Damn, son.
Home run!
So as this hall here is elaborately decorated. There's another set of big, huge, thick oaken doors, but they are locked with a giant spectral chain with links the size of your arm. There is, between you and the other side of the room, as is helpfully illuminated by this here conveniently placed torch, you can start to see where the floor in here is really rickety, thin, and crumbling. You're gonna have to get to the other side somehow.
Who could walk?
All right, Delilah, why don't you
Oh, this floor! It looks different than the rest of the floor. Walk forward.
You could take inspiration for your complete lack of ability to process the concept of danger, and then you can also roll me a reflex save.
Excellent. I should use my inspiration. but I'm not gonna. Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, sorry.
Or
4.0.
no. Okay.
Can you tell which edition of Dungeons & Dragons I grew up playing? Woo! Alright, so the nat 20, alright, the nat 20, I'm gonna put you on the other side. Alright? So you start like walking towards, walking across the floor, and like it'll actually like crumble underneath and it'll give way. Right? But before you, like, when you lose your balance towards a wall, and you'll actually manage to, like, in this impressive display of both agility and strength, grab the wall and shove off of it like a wall jump over the pit here, and you will land safely on the other side. I might add, you do this with your big fuck-off sword on your back.
I'm just gonna...
Come on, guys, it's easy.
I'm just gonna nonchalantly just walk forward and just be like, yeah, very impressive, good job, and Misty step across.
Right? Greeley?
A woman is a machine.
I'm fucking a machine, your ass! Yeah, I'm gonna show you a machine! You bum my ass! You don't treat me like that! Nobody fucking treats me like
What are you guys doing?
This painting on the side here, is it, it's in a sturdy frame, right?
Yeah, and it is huge.
Oh, a painting, you say?
Hmm. Is it anything like the woman and the previous one?
No.
Is there anything like the woman?
No. These paintings are not nearly as nice. The frames are not as elegant. Nothing. Can I find...
Amateurish at best, I think.
Aye, but could use it as a bridge for the hole in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I'm no fancy and just strolling on through, and I've got none of that magic shite either.
You are a fairly dexterous sort. Could you not just leap across?
Aye, but look at you. You're full of plate, and you're heavy, and you're no offense or anything, but.
None taken, good sir. I understand. To shield myself from danger requires to me be very heavy, yes. Perhaps I should investigate the large door while the rest of you go ahead.
I'll give this a go moving it, because I'm pretty strong. So I'm going to try and like maneuver this painting over the hole in the floor.
All right. You'll manage to, like, it is big enough. I mean, it is a painting sized for giants, right? And you'll boom, with a huge billowing cloud of dust that kicks up into the air. You've made yourself a bridge. You can walk across it just fine.
Cool. I'm going to just walk straight across the middle and like fall through the canvas.
No.
This son of a bitch!
Is he making a bit much, a bit more noise, perhaps?
I'll make some more noise in your face if you didn't shut up.
Your imp hasn't started shouting since we woke up here.
Your fault! You're the one kicking me across the room and fucking slit your goddamn nose!
Why are you all yelling so much?
I can't even understand what he says!
You bitch!
That's what I got. He said, shut up, I'm your bitch.
So Frankie, you can cross. Greeley, these as you're inspecting this lock is not natural. Something is off. It's heavy, thick, black iron, made of no metal you've ever seen before. It reeks of ectoplasm and death.
This lock appears to be made of pure evil.
Can you unevil it?
Perhaps.
Unevil it.
Spoken like a true, I use int as my dumpstat paladin. Can you unevil it? Because if not, I might have to. There's nothing you can think of. Like, you know, you pray, you even look to Palor for guidance, and Palor is basically going, fucking.
No? That's a no? Okay, great. We'll keep walking.
Yes, let's.
Alright.
Can I tell if the painting will hold my weight as well?
If you're careful, it should be able to.
Alright, so I slow move across it.
Alright, slowly moving across, I'm not going to ask you for a save, and you can help yourself across. There is another pit up ahead, and this time there is a way to walk around the edges, but it's kind of got this glistening green slime on either side of it.
Can I use this painting?
Yes. So you'll get another painting, which I will then duplicate, right? Which is suspiciously the same. It's a painting of the same thing. This artist seems to really appreciate skulls and hands, and
or he buys in bulk.
right. And so like the thing is that as you put the painting down, that green goop not only lodges the painting in place, but immediately begins to eat away at the frame. You have very little time to get across that pit. Frankie runs across. Snidely runs across. Delilah and Greeley, as you're running across, I want you both to make me a dex save, because you don't have the chance to slow walk across it, and you're both wearing heavy armor.
Alright, inspiration time, I think.
Alright?
Me too.
And by reflex, I mean dex. I know what I'm doing.
I know what you meant.
That's a 12, that's good. Greeley, can you do it? Can you do it, mate? Oh, you
I'm on my spells, sorry.
able to click? No! Oh wait, you said you were spending inspiration.
Oh, yeah, inspiration, yeah.
That'll be good enough then. Alright, so you can get, and there is Whiplash, stuck. He says,
I'm gonna feed you the fucking spirits in my if I ever get down and I'm gonna look at you real I'm gonna put in a word for you downstairs if you know what I'm saying. You know, I know people. I know big, high, lower down demons, the bigger downs, the lower downs.
I say, Frankie,
Hey,
I cleared the entire room.
Now I burn the cobwebs.
Whiplash will fall again. Done.
Thank you, asshole.
And then for all of his bluster and threats and rage and anger, he will just start hovering himself around
So loud.
Snidely.
You fucking kick my ass.
Reminds me
I'll
of the-
show you what for.
I just reminded of the devil advice guy from Black and White. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now.
Right. So
What's in this cabinet next to us?
what's in the cabinet next to you? This? It looks like a huge, giant set of armor with skulls and sigils of giant gods engraved on it.
Is there a big axe in there?
It is bigger than Delilah. As a matter
Can
of
there
fact,
be such a thing?
Delilah might not even be able to lift it. It is so massive, made of pure stone. An effective weapon, if you have the strength to wield it.
I'm pretty strong.
How strong?
Like 17.
That's not strong enough.
The pouty face, though.
By our powers
That's fucking
combined.
teamwork!
If you would like to collectively pick the axe up and bring it with you as loot, I'm not gonna stop you. But the floor here is really rickety. As a matter of fact, you guys should do that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna follow. I can't actually see his name or his health bar, by the way.
Snidely?
Snidely's, yeah.
True.
That's because I'm a derp. There you go.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so, up ahead, again, with much muttering, there is, in fact, a large set of double doors here that Whiplash will flutter up to and land in front of, and he will look at Frankie.
I looked sure my fat ass in that one. It was gross. Your turn.
I'm not good at fit. I could barely fit my fist in that.
Start fisting, shorty.
Who do you think you are, you wee shite? You can't tell me what to do.
Wait, you know how to... You're talking about the lock pick, right?
Yeah.
You know how to pick locks, though.
Aye, but I'm not just shoving my fist in it. That's
What are you gonna hold us all up?
Why don't you give it a shot?
Perhaps you should use your dwarven junk to open it.
That's a key that fits in many locks, but I'm not putting that in this one.
Perhaps we grease it first?
And I'm not that used to an audience. There's more of that green shite here. Yeah, could I avoid... In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna...
You can walk
Like-
around it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around it. And, yeah, I'll pick the door.
Don't,
And, like, the whole time you're doing this, roll me lockpicking, the whole time you're doing this, the imp is sitting there going,
don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it. Damn it.
No fists involved, you see. That's how it's done properly.
the best part about that is the paladin could have done that, but no, fuck that, the dwarf is gonna do it. Alright, so the door will open, I swear to God. There we go. And it will open up into, the floor here has changed colors. Gone are the red and black, and now you're stepping into the blue and the white. This, as you step forward, you can begin to feel the grip on your mind's weakening slightly, and you see flashes in your memory of approaching the manor with the priest, who is now dead, right? Seeing this blue and white tiled floor, you must be getting close to the exit. Littered across the floor here, you can see needles, ancient, long-forgotten technologies, tools of measurement, parchment with long-aged, smudged, unreadable handwriting, if you could even read Giantish anyways. It would seem like some sort of lab or scientist or researcher of some kind frequented these halls at one point in history. Then again, dead ahead is another 30-foot straight up, just like the one that you dropped down in the room with the altar.
Is there no end to this madness?
There must be. I'm gonna go up to the 30-foot drop.
All right, and then what?
Wait, is it a drop or is it above us?
It goes up.
It's
a
above
cliff,
us. Yeah, it goes. Yeah. I'm gonna use a rope and grappling hook from my pack.
All right, go ahead and knock off your adventuring gear, and
Just one or two for that.
just one. You reach into your backpack, you pull out the grappling hook, you tie it to the rope. It'll catch in some, like, crevice or cranny. You give it a good solid yank. It's sturdy. You can climb up. Not going to give you a roll because you used the thing. So you can reach up top. Everybody else can follow if they would like.
I found a chest.
Are you actually saying that?
No.
Alright. There's about 150 coins there.
Nice. Shinies. My shinies.
Right, I'm gonna do my usual sneak into the corners and kind of try to stay hidden.
You're gonna have to go up the rope. Like, this is... It doesn't necessarily look like, but this is supposed to be like a solid drop. Like, who builds a place like this? Why? That the only way there's no... What?
My god, it's huge.
What is?
The room.
Yeah, it's massive. Look at this place.
I thought you were talking about my key. I'm gonna climb up the rope.
Greeley and Snidely to follow, I assume?
I try to climb the rope, but as I get about halfway up, my evil hand decides, nope, and goes right behind my back.
So give me a roll.
What,
And,
what is that, a strength roll?
Athletics.
So I'm just going to be at the bottom of the rope and come in, take your time, thing. And as he starts to be like, whoa, whoa, I'm just going to misty step to the top.
A natural 1? You get halfway up the rope and your hand is like... and it doesn't just let go and hide behind your back. It grabs your other hand and yanks you loose. And you're going to fall with a loud crash and a rattle to the ground floor. And you're going to take 2 damage. Take inspiration. It's not like, come on, you take it, so, fine, poof, and you, like, appear at the top of the cliff. At just about the same time that Greeley's hand sends him hurtling down to the base of the rope.
My pride.
What do I see?
This here is more rickety floor, but you can walk around it. There are giant bookshelves here with all kinds of research papers and dusty ancient tomes. The biggest and most elaborate doors are here. This is another 30-foot drop down with a staircase.
So I see the stairs.
You can see sunlight creeping in from the bottom of these doors.
Paylor calls to me.
Excellent. I could walk around the rickety floor, but it's in my way, so I'm just gonna walk over it.
Alright, give me a deck save. Alright, so, Delilah, you're gonna be here, right? You're gonna make it this far, you're gonna go for the jump, just like right over the pit, like whatever, whoop, you go for the hop, and it'll crumble as you land on it, and you'll be able to catch, you're gonna catch the ledge. You're not gonna take any falling damage, but it is gonna take you an entire term's worth of movement to hoist yourself up. Now, before we move forward, Frankie, what are you doing? As she just starts walking. She hasn't fallen to the cliff yet.
I'm gonna do my usual slunk into the corners. I'm heading towards this bookshelf though.
Right up here.
I found something useful. Yeah, I found something useful at the top of my last one. So I'm gonna sneak my way over, and then I'm gonna climb up.
All right, so you can climb up there. Give me a stealth check, and then Snidely, what are you doing? Whiplash is scouting ahead, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be enough, Zhang. Or I'm sorry,
yeah, but
Frankie.
The 26 would have been nice.
I know, right?
I'm just gonna go yawn.
All right. And Snidely, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the edge.
All right.
Avoiding rickety floor.
It'll be about that. It'll be about as everybody starts spreading out and taking their paths. Delilah will wind up hanging, right? And that's where Frankie, through the wall, up from the floor, and up from the floor. Specters of the dead, the damned, needle holes and carved skin, some of the missing chunks of their body. Clearly, whoever these people were, they were experimented on in grotesque and brutal fashions by some insane mind. And they kind of like pop through, like, you know, float through the wall or rise up from the floor, right? And they're muttering to themselves, "None shall be free, none shall be free, none shall be free," and they're going to initiate combat. This is going to count as a surprise round unless Hero Biscuit spends a beat.
I already spent my beat
You
earlier.
already did.
Ooh boy! All right, so we're gonna start this. We're gonna start this off with me remembering that I actually have these monsters on a character sheet. Character sheet. All right, so are you ready to go? Let's do this.
I'm just gonna like hide as hard as I can against the wall, like literally I'm as far back as I can.
I like right above you, this specter is like floating through the wall and you don't see it, right? And it comes out and it's gonna make a life drain attack. Does a 17 hit you, Frankie? It does, Frankie. Take 5 necrotic damage. And that means I've got my eyes on Snidely. Snidely, come here. Come here. Does an 11 hit your AC, Snidely?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. All right, so it's going to miss. And then I've also got one on Delilah. Botch!
Luckily, because the damage crit.
All right, so the specters, they'll start like rattling and hissing, and each is a voice not unto its own, but a small chorus of tortured experiments as they just like rush in, because how dare you be gifted the freedom to leave Dr. Ava's laboratory? You have invoked the wrath of those who did not survive. What do you do?
I'll snap two. Seeing Delilah struggling to get up, I'm gonna fire off a guiding bolt at Yon Spectre.
All right, let her rip. That'll hit. Does it do any extra damage versus undead? It'll say in the spell description on your spell tab. You'll have to go into edit the spell to read it, though.
No, but the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
All right, so you're gonna blap this motherfucker for 15.
15 radiant, but yes.
All right, so with a prayer to your savior and for Palor's guiding light, but in this case also his wrath against true evil, you ball up a huge bolt of light and blast it, and like the beam of light just rockets forward like some sort of torpedo and slams into the specter, and the specter will screech and it'll stumble back away from Delilah, kind of falling back into the wall, which is why it doesn't land its attack on you, because Greeley saves your ass. Who's next?
So as soon as the spectre starts creeping out, I'm whipping out my fork-style crucifix. I'm like, no, you don't want me. You don't want me. Take him! And I point at Whiplash.
Are you casting any kind of spell?
No.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage?
What are you doing? You're an asshole! No!
And what is Whiplash doing?
Whiplash is gonna poof invisible.
No, not me! Fuck you! No, not like this! Not like this! Poof!
So slow. All right, and that leaves us Frankie and Delilah.
My beat feat allows me to ignore difficult terrain and not provoke an attack of opportunity. Can I use that to get up and then smite?
Yes, except for the specter that has been hit has sunk into the floor. It's not really there.
Oh, okay. Well then. Would I be able to reach another enemy after doing that?
Okay, so basically what I want to describe here, because this is going to be tactically important, the Spectres are spending some of their movement to move through a wall, attacking, and then fading away through the wall again. So none of them are currently visible. You know where I'm leaving them there because that's where they were last spotted, right? But they're going to attack and then remove themselves from the threatened radius on their turn.
Well, then I get up and haul ass for the door.
All right. So you get up. The reason I say this, you are allowed to you can spend your action to ready up the attack to strike it when it pops up.
Gotcha.
So Delilah, you're gonna from here you can make you can use the dash action, get all the way to the door if you would like. All right. The door is being held by some spectral force. As you approach, like you don't get to run, not from Dr. Ava's laboratory. What about Frankie, buddy?
So I can't see the Spectre, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come at me again.
Yes.
So I'm going to get my battle axe out, and I'm going to ready an attack for it the next time it comes for me. Can I add my fancy footwork onto that?
What does fancy footwork do?
Okay, so this is if you make a melee attack against a creature. Oh no, it says during your turn. Doesn't matter. Ignore that.
All right. So
because it wouldn't be during my turn. Yeah.
Okay,
so I'm just readying an attack, which will have sneak attack on it.
1 or 2?
Two-handed battle axe attack.
All right. And then that's everybody, right? All right. So it'll roll around to the Spectre's turn. As expected. We'll start with the one attacking Frankie. So Frankie, it's gonna it'll come up out of the bookshelf at you from an unexpected angle, but you still get your triggered action. So again, let her rip. A 9? Does that hit?
Prob's not.
It's a Spectre. Whoosh. Right. You feel some physical resistance, right? Maybe if you aimed more towards the core of the creature.
If it's coming from below, if my attack goes through it, how much of the bookcase do I damage on my swing?
Okay, so the bookcase will rock a little bit, and your axe will get not stuck, but it'll chop into the wood, right? I'm not going to charge any rolls, but it's going to take you the rest of your movement and stuff to like wah and not fall over. The Spectre will sink back into the bookcase. And that means that Delilah, you have a friend up here that's going to come at you from the front door, actually. Right, so there's that spectral energy like locking the door in place, and you're like, son of a bitch, right in your face. All right, and it's gonna make an attack. Now you don't have an action ready up, so it's just gonna take its swing because that's what we do here around these parts. 11 doesn't hit you. And like it goes to grasp you, but your armor like shimmers with a radiant light of Palor for just a moment, and it kind of like sizzles and burns. The ghost will sink back into the wall. And that leaves me the one that would have been going for Whiplash, but it was instead going to pop up, and it's the square you are standing on, Greeley, right? It's gonna come for the ankles from beneath.
Not my ankles, too.
A 21, pretty sure that hits.
Yeah, that's pretty good hit there.
So you're gonna take 9 necrotic damage as it like claws and it starts tearing at the flesh of your legs from inside the armor, right? Because it doesn't give a shit about like plate mail, and you can feel its icy cold, like freezing touch as it like mixing with the sharp and shocking pain of its claws ripping through your flesh. Next up, it's another round of combat, guys. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna take my healing potion out.
Yep.
And I'm gonna coat the head of my battle axe with the healing potion.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna ready to attack this again.
All right. So you uncork the healing potion and dump it on your axe, right? You're kind of like smearing it around. All right, and you're waiting for and you're gonna ready your action. All right, what are you doing, Delilah?
I am going to take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
So that when that dirty ass thing shows its face again, I can charge the motherfucker.
All right. So put yourself where you want to stand. Okay, so your plan is to charge.
Yeah.
All right, and you're getting You're getting ready. All right, and then Greeley, Snidely,
I'm just quickly going through my spells here.
Snidely.
So, Whiplash. Slinching it. Right, okay, that didn't work. I'm sorry, sort of, but
No,
not
you're
really,
not.
'cause
You're
a
an
dick.
asshole.
When that thing pops up again, scare it.
You used to be so nice. Now you're making fun of me.
Fuck you, I'm nice.
Quote of the fucking month. Nice. All right.
Fine.
This is all like coming from Invisible Greeley, or Invisible Whiplash, just like floating somewhere near you, not certain where he is, right? Sobbing that you've hurt his feelings. And Greeley?
Alright. I'm gonna scoot over here. I'm going, let me see, calling upon Paylor once again. As a bonus action, I throw a healing word on myself.
All right. Not bad. So heal yourself
Can't
for 6.
see what it did. Oh,
6 HP,
okay.
yep.
What's the healing word?
What's your healing word, Greeley?
I don't know.
That's a strange healing word. I don't know! Healing! That's what he said! Alright, and for your normal action, because that's a bonus action.
Yeah, normal action, I'm gonna ready to whack at a specter should one appear.
Alright.
And yes, like, Snider's just gonna be whirling up an Eldritch Blast ready.
Alright, so, they're gonna roll around. Now, I'm gonna start with Frankie again, because I want to see what happens. Let her rip!
First of all, so this is preventing it attacking me, right? If I is this so you still get your attack, or is this?
It's going to try and make its attack, but your action will trigger before it lands its attack, right? So if you off this motherfucker, right?
Well, here's hoping, because I completely forgot to track your crits and botches, because you have a crit lined up.
Alright, come on, Frankie! Oh! Alright, do your battle axe damage plus the damage that a healing potion would have given you. Which is 2d4 plus 2.
And my sneaking attack.
Yes. That's 13 and 16 is 29. Oh yeah, you off this motherfucker. So like,
okay.
it comes like it's trying to take the unexpected angle, so it actually floats out like lower on the side of the bookshelf and kind of like rises up and goes to grab you, and you've got the battle axe. And the healing potion's magic crackles and sizzles, and the experiment just shrieks and just evaporates into thin air. Yours is down. Next up, Delilah. Rather than popping up behind you, which is what I wanted to do, I want to see you charge this motherfucker, so I'm gonna let it rip. Alright? So, it's gonna start coming out of the wall again, right? Your action will trigger. Now, what are the rules on your charging feat?
Oops. Wrong scrolly bar. Okay. You may make an attack at the end of a dash action. If you move 10 feet in a straight line before this, you can deal plus 5 damage. If you choose to make a melee attack and hit, or push the target up to 10 feet away, if you choose to push.
Alright,
so I'm going to hit it.
Alright.
With my sword.
So you're going to spend a dash action to move 10 feet.
Yep.
Make an attack.
Oh, come on.
And whiff.
Lame.
So your sword hits.
Just ignore what I said about the crits you had lined up. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
So you come in right with the sword, and it sticks in the fucking door. Ah! And you'll be able to rip the sword out, but that's going to eat the attack. The Spectre is going to crit you, which means that you're going to have disadvantage on the save versus life drain. By the way, I need to save a con save out of you, Greeley. It's gonna be a DC 10. And you're fine. Holy shit, I'm not gonna make you save anymore versus these because you just crit. However, Delilah, you're gonna make me a disadvantaged con save. If you fail to save, this is gonna go to your maximum HP, not your current HP. You will still take the damage, but it chops off that much from your max as well. You're gonna fail. Alright? So, like, you charge, the sword gets stuck in the door, and as you're trying to rip it through, the ghost just, like, phases right through you, and you can feel it ripping part of your life force away. Like, you have just lost years off the end of your life. And you're gonna lose 12 maximum HP on top of taking 12 damage. That can't be healed back. And then that's gonna be there's gonna be one coming up between Greeley and Whiplash. I'm gonna let Whiplash's thing go first, since that was the action that was declared first. Alright, so go ahead and roll me Whiplash's scare ability. One creature with a Quasit's choice within 20 feet of it must succeed on a DC 12 wisdom saving throw, be frightened for 1 minute. It is not immune to frightened. Why is the Spectre not immune to frightened? Alright.
If it's the Spectre I shot before, he's got advantage on this attack, or however that works. Or it's not an attack roll, is it?
You know what? I'll let advantage on your attack roll translate to disadvantage on the save. And so this ghost comes up from the floor, right? And it's looming over Greeley, who's looking the wrong way at just that precise moment, because he's getting ready to swing his maul, right? And right in the ghost's face, suddenly, Whiplash will appear in thin air and go, and the ghost will freak the fuck out, and he is gone. The ghost just like, and it'll like screech, it'll fly directly away, like, with its hands up, putting it between the familiar and the Spectre will just rush away into the wall, leaving one Spectre, which is actually over here. It did not sink through the floor.
So I've got my Eldritch Blast ready.
You've got your Eldritch Blast ready, and Greeley has a swing. So I'm going to say between the two of you, this Spectre is toast. Alright? Like, Greeley, you can manage to, like, come down the stairs with what little movement you have left, right? As this Spectre that you saw phasing its way through Delilah, you can take a swing right through its head, and you can feel Palor's wrath kind of, like, funneling into the ghost, and the ghost is almost finished, and that's where the Eldritch Blast will ring out with a thunderous clap, and the green gas just slams into the Spectre, dissipating it and blowing it into a tiny smithery gaseous smithereens. Smithery gaseous smithereens. Fuck you, I'm good at this.
Not just regular smithereens either.
Nope, not just regular smithereens. As the ghosts are defeated, each one that is dissipated or forced to leave the premises, the spectral grip on the giant front doors dissipates. And for some of the crit that Sarah P, that the reason you had disadvantage on that save, Sarah, was because of that crit.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that it was. I was just telling Pyro that you hadn't used it yet.
All right. The doors are now free to be pushed open.
The four of us heroically charge forward and push them open together like a great team.
That's all right. So
I don't.
So, look, except for
I'm
Snidely,
looting the book. I'm looting this bookshelf first.
you're not finding anything useful in the bookshelf right now.
Greeley and Delilah.
You're going through the shelves. I mean, you never know what you might find. Those gypsy caravans will pay out a pretty penny for stuff that comes from the manor, right? And that's just the stuff outside the manor. This is the stuff in the manor. Fuck that. When you got an opportunity, you're taking a look.
As the doors swing open, Snidely and Whiplash are literally like Snidely's going to be like disappearing slowly towards the horizon in a series of misty steps. And like, fuck this shit, I'm out. And Whiplash is going with them.
So Delilah and Greeley, you'll manage to each take a door and shove it open, and Palor's light will spill from the front yard of the manor into the against the blue tiles, right, filling you with a warmth. And for safety's sake, you get the hell out of Dodge. The warlock is fucking gone.
I want to loot the Spectre.
There's no they dissipate. There's no Spectre to loot.
There could be a spectral item. It could be cool.
You find a spectral nothing on the not body of the Spectre that doesn't exist.
Not even ectoplasm, man. You get jacked.
Then I check the other ones.
There are no bodies. When the specters are defeated, they dissipate. They don't dissipate into a pile of dust. This isn't World of Warcraft, all right? You don't just click on every body of everything you kill and wait for the loot window to pop up. There's no body.
Frankie stays in the ruins so long that the
door's
Whiplash's
closed. Fuck
scare
you right now.
times out, so the fucking Spectre comes back and owns him!
I'm out.
Respawn time. But you don't find anything valuable on the bookshelves. There are the bookshelves that you can spend some time like going through before you leave if you'd like.
Nope, I'm out.
All right, so Frankie is getting the hell out of Dodge, and as you guys finally step out, the manor's grip on your minds finally releases. That painting you have, Greeley, that you looted, is rumored to be connected to the death of the great god, and the temple had hired all of you to come in and get it. Now, for each of you, Snidely, there were many shinies. Naturally. And, Frankie, you got nothing better to do. Straight up. Maybe there's some loot in it. Greeley working for the temple, naturally, has a reason to be here. That man who died, that you woke up to, that was your brother, Greeley. You still don't know precisely the nature of his death or what exactly happened. And you're not certain what the after effects of whatever dark ritual you woke up afterwards will be. But you'll be able to, each of you, show up with the painting in hand and the old white bearded man in his priest robes in the temple will shell out what little coin the temple can afford to hand out. The Templar are not doing so well, with Everdeep constantly under assault from imps or gremlins or minor devilry. There's not a lot to go around, but for your bravery, for risking your lives in the name of perhaps fixing the world, the old man will take the painting off your hands with a toothy smile. And whether or not that was a good thing, that's where we're going to end today's adventure. A round of applause for everybody. Delilah,